You're probably spending money on marketing right now. Ads, social media, maybe even SEO. And it might all be a complete waste. Because if your website isn't set up to convert, you're pouring water into a leaky bucket. Today, I'm going to show you why the basics, things most businesses ignore, deliver the best return on investment. Not fancy funnels, not viral videos, just doing the right, simple things consistently. Those include a mobile-friendly website, weekly blog content, daily social posts, analytics tracking, lead generation tools. These are just the basics, and most people don't have the foundation right. Most businesses come to me wanting help with marketing, but when I look under the hood, here's what I find. No mobile optimization, contact forms that don't work, websites that load like it's 2005, no analytics tracking, zero content in the last 6 months. But they want to spend money on ads or rank on Google. That's like building a skyscraper on sand. If you don't have anything interesting to say about your business, why would you think that Google would put you in the search results? So what are the basics that matter? Here's what we include in our website bundle, because without these, nothing else works. A mobile responsive custom website that's built to load fast and look good on every screen. Reliable hosting and maintenance. This includes updates, backups, and uptime monitoring. Google Analytics setup so you can measure what's actually working. 52 weekly blog posts, one every week, built around your customers' questions. 365 social media posts. That's one every day for daily visibility, repurposed from your content. This is what gives you consistent traffic, trust, and sales. Let me give you a few real examples. First, let's talk about a real estate agent that came to us wanting to run ads and set up a chatbot. I said we could absolutely do that, but first, what's the business goal? They said they wanted more leads. That's a good goal. So I followed up. How many leads did your website get last month? Their answer? They don't know. And there's the problem. How can you possibly get more leads if you don't know how many leads you're already getting? So we started managing the site. We installed Google Analytics, and the data showed 100% of mobile users were bouncing. They left immediately because the website was so slow to load. The users that did stick around and converted, they typically visited 3 pages on this website before they were willing to fill out the form and become a lead. We use this data to fix the mobile issues and smooth the path to conversion. The following month, they doubled their leads. There was no ad spend. There were no gimmicks. We just fixed the foundation. Recently, I spoke with another business that's spending $10,000 per month on ads. They've been doing this for 8 months, and I asked them, can you point to $100,000 of new revenue that came from those ads? At this point, after 8 months of spending $10,000 per month, they have spent $80,000 running ads, and they do not know if they got any new business, let alone $100,000 of new business from running those ads. That's $80,000 that they spent without knowing what worked. No analytics, no tracking, just blind spending. My advice to them, stop the ads until you can measure the return. This is not to say that ads don't work. The point is, if you're not measuring what you're getting in exchange for those ads, you might as well set your money on fire. There's also a larger company that I worked with. They spend over $100,000 every month on ads. However, they test new types of marketing all the time. And recently, they've been interested in programmatic ad systems. They deployed 10% of their budget, $10,000, and the first agency didn't generate results. There was no revenue impact, and so they moved on. The second agency also got a starting test budget of $10,000, and it sounds like that test is not panning out either. Yes, these are two losses that add up to a little over $20,000 that this company has lost. But here's the key difference. They were testing with data. Their data science team had GA4 integrated properly. We helped them get that set up, and so they were able to track every dollar that they spent, and they didn't scale blindly. This is a great lesson for every business. You need to test innovations with a small percentage of your budget. Validate with data, and then scale what works. So what's the cost of ignoring these basics? Here's what happens when you skip these basic steps. You spend money on ads, but your site doesn't convert. So you try SEO, but your content hasn't been updated since 2022. You run social campaigns, but no one clicks because your site loads slowly or looks untrustworthy. I've seen business owners throw thousands at marketing without knowing which page actually leads to sales, and that ends now. Doing the basics the right way gives you a 24/7 salesperson, that is your website, a content engine that builds trust, a social presence that keeps you top of mind, and data to track what's working so you can double down on it. After that is in place, every other marketing dollar works harder. You can do this yourself. That's why we share so much in our newsletter, blog, and here on YouTube. But if you're busy running your business, we can do it for you. Our website bundle includes everything that we've discussed here. We build the site, write the blogs, post the content, set up your tracking, and we do all of that for one flat price. No gimmicks, just momentum. So let me ask you a few questions. Do you know which page on your website brings in the most leads? Which blog post or social post drives the most traffic? What percentage of your mobile users bounce from your website? If you can't answer those yet, it's time to get serious about measuring your marketing, because guessing isn't a strategy. If you want to stop wasting time and money and start making progress, subscribe to Grow with OptSus. You can visit OptSus.com and get weekly marketing guidance totally free. One actionable tip every week to help your business grow online without the overwhelm. Thanks for watching. If this helps clarify where your marketing dollars should go, give it a like and share with another business owner who needs to hear this.